Chapter 3, Part 2. We are at the bottom of page 28. Foot controls. Sidebar, smart riding tip. Some motorcycles have an anti-lock braking system, ABS. These systems give you more control on varying surfaces, but will not necessarily allow you to stop in a shorter distance in all circumstances. Does your motorcycle have ABS? Check your owner's manual and look for an ABS indicator light. If the ABS indicator light remains on after startup, take the motorcycle in for repair. The system may be malfunctioning. Foot controls. Practice using the foot controls so you can always respond quickly and accurately. Diagram. Gear shift lever, rear brake pedal, kickstarter if equipped. Rear brake pedal. On most motorcycles, this pedal is located in front of the right foot peg. It activates the brake on your rear wheel. Use this brake to apply pressure with your right foot. Under normal riding conditions, you use both the front and rear brakes at the same time. Most motorcycles have integrated brakes. When you apply the rear brake firmly, the motorcycle automatically applies the front brake as well, but you can apply the front brake independently. Gear shift lever, if equipped. This lever is used to select the gear that will give you enough engine power for the speed that you want to be riding. This lever is normally just in front of the left foot peg, and you operate it with your left foot. You always operate this lever along with the clutch lever. Most motorcycles have 5 or 6 gears and a neutral position. Motor scooters and some motorcycles with automatic transmissions may not have the lever. You always operate the gear shift lever along with the clutch lever. Squeeze the clutch lever with your left hand and then select the appropriate gear with your left foot. It takes practice to learn to shift gears smoothly. You will need to learn to coordinate operating the clutch lever with operating the throttle and the gear shift lever. Kickstarter, if equipped. Your motorcycle may have a kickstarter located behind the right foot peg. You need to fold out the lever before you use it and put it back after the engine is running. Check your owner's manual for information on how to safely use this lever. Sidebar, warning. Never drive off a stand. Always push the motorcycle off the stand before moving. Check that the stand is firmly up. If it isn't, it could dig up the road when you're turning. Stand. All motorcycles have stands to support them when parked. They have either side or center stands. Some have both. A center stand is useful when doing maintenance because it lifts the rear wheel off the ground. When using either the center or the side stand, make sure that the surface of the road is firm enough to prevent the stand from sinking. Your motorcycle may have a side stand switch that automatically shuts off the engine if you put the motorcycle into gear while the side stand is down. Sidebar, smart riding tip. For your comfort and safety, adjust the position of your rear brake pedal and gear shift lever to fit you. Riding posture. If you have a comfortable posture when riding, you'll be better able to prevent fatigue and control your motorcycle. Use the following checklist to check your riding posture. Incorrect hand position. Left diagram. Correct hand position. Right diagram. Seating position. You should be seated far enough forward so that your arms are slightly bent and your back is straight. This allows you to control the handlebars without having to stretch or turn your body. Hands. Make sure you can grip the hand grips firmly. You should ride with your wrists flat or slightly dropped to prevent you from accidentally rolling the throttle on. Knees. Always keep your knees close to the gas tank. This helps you to keep your balance while turning. Feet. Place your feet on the foot pegs when the motorcycle is moving. They should be angled out slightly, with your heels just behind the foot peg. Your feet are then ready to move quickly onto the rear brake or the gear shift lever. Motorcycle pre-trip check. Even if you're in a hurry, you should always check your motorcycle before riding. The pre-trip check doesn't take long and will soon become routine and automatic. Remember, read your owner's manual to learn the correct functioning of your motorcycle. In the diagram, from top to bottom and left to right, mirror, engine cutoff switch, clutch lever, front brake lever, turning signal, throttle, headlight, gas tank, turn light, tail brake light, horn, rim, brake, drive system, oil, rear brake pedal, brake, spokes, and tire. Use this illustration as a guide when you do your pre-trip check. Tires. Air pressure. Check that the air pressure in the tires is correct. Your owner's manual or sticker on your bike will have the information on the correct pressure to use. Check the pressure when the tire is cold at least once a week if you are riding regularly. Tread. Uneven or worn tread can cause you to lose traction and control over steering. Condition. Inspect the tires for the cuts, bulges, damages, and sidewall and embedded objects. Wheels. Wire spoke wheels. Check for damage or missing broken spokes as well as first spoke tension. Mag wheels. Check for damage or cracks. Rims. Check for damage. Drive system. Chain. Check for tension and lubrication. Belt. Check for tension and wear. Shaft. Check for oil leaks. Electrical. Lights. Check that the tail lights work and that both beams of the headlight work. Brake light. Check that both controls activate the light. Turn signals. Test both signals by turning each one off and on. Horn. Try the horn. Is it working? Don't ride unless it is. It could save your life. Engine cutoff switch. Check that it works. Fluids. Oil. Check the oil level. Coolant. If your motorcycle engine is liquid cooled, check the fluid level. Also check hoses for cracks. Fuel. Check that it has enough gasoline. Leaks. Check that there are no leaks on the ground under your motorcycle. Clutch and throttle. Clutch. When you squeeze the clutch lever, the cable should move smoothly and feel tight. Throttle. It should snap back when you let it go. Mirrors. Mirrors. Make sure both mirrors are clean, adjusted, and securely fastened. Brakes. Brakes. Check both front brake and rear brake. Make sure that they feel firm and that they stop the motorcycle from moving when you apply them. Pre-trip planning check. Just as you check your motorcycle for safety, check your planning before you start. Do you know your route? Use a map if necessary. Have you allowed enough time? Will you have to adjust for heavy traffic? Have you checked the weather forecast? Will it be very hot or very cold? Will you need to wear special gear? What kind of light conditions are you riding in? Will you need to wear reflective gear? Have you thought about road conditions? Will you need to be especially alert to compensate for hazardous road conditions? Have you thought about your return trip? Is the weather likely to change? Will you need additional clothing or gear? Periodic inspection. Your pre-trip check will help you feel confident that your motorcycle is safe as you set out for your destination. But periodically, you will need to check it more thoroughly to ensure good maintenance. How often you do the periodic check and related maintenance will depend on how often you ride. If you ride frequently, give your motorcycle a weekly checkup. Here are some of the things you should check: brakes, steering, wheels, cables, levers, drive system, chain, shaft or belt, fasteners, fluid, battery, suspension work, and body work. Strategies. Tire trips. Tips. Tires are a key piece of safety equipment. Good tires can save your life. Check tire pressure regularly. You can't tell if the pressure is correct by looking at the tire. Check using a tire pressure gauge before you start riding while the tires are cool. Adjust pressure according to the weight you are carrying. Check your owner's manual for specifications. When checking tire pressure, also inspect the tread for wear and for foreign objects such as nails, screws, glass, or wire that may result in a flat tire. Replace any tires that show bumps, bulges, cuts, knots, cracking, or exposed material. Use only tires that match specifically for your motorcycle. Front and back tires must be compatible. Check the tires are installed in the correct direction. Replace tires when the wear band when the wear bar appears or before. Avoid sudden starts and stops. These reduce the life of a tire. Sidebar. Tire A is a new tire. It has a shiny finish that can reduce grip. It may take up to 200 kilometers of riding to wear off this finish, so ride cautiously. Tire B has lost most of its tread and the wear bar is showing. This tire needs to be replaced. Tire C is damaged and should not be ridden under any circumstances. We'll make this the end of Chapter 3, Part 2, and there will be a Chapter 3, Part 3.